Hello everyone. My name is Philbert and now I'm working on a project which is called You're Hired, which is under the goal of Own Your Career. In this presentation, I'm going to answer some of the questions that a person might be asked on the job interview. To start, the first question asks, tell me about yourself. So for me to tell about myself, my name is Philbert, as I said before. I am now a student at Southern New Hampshire University, and I am taking the course of General Studies with concentration in business. While in the high school, I did teaching modern languages. Then second question asks, tell me about your past experience. My past experience goes like, so as I said, when I was done with my high school education, I went for internship. So from there, I got the teaching internship where I was in charge of planning for the lessons and teaching the students, as well as working with other teachers to make sure that the learning environment in the school is very conducive and promotes learning. The third question asks, describe when you worked as a team. Reflecting on my past, I remember when we were grouped into 5 students in the school, where the group had to go within the community, of course nearby the school, to identify the problem the community is facing. In this situation, our task was to involve in the community, meet with people in the community, and ask them the question about how they are living. The action that we took as a team is that we prepared some of the guiding questions to guide us, so that we can, when in the time that we meet with the people in the community, we'll be having a lot of things to ask them for us to identify what the situation they are living in and the main problems that they are facing. So the result under this situation is that we were able to identify the major problem in the community, which was the bad use of technology by youth, where they're using social media in only chatting and sharing the news that might hinder their either physical or mainly psychological development. From there, we came up with the result of planning for the session of training the youth and teaching them the effective use of social media, while we taught them how they can use social media in professional networking while finding the jobs or applying for the work internships. The fifth question that a person might be asked is, tell me about the time when you worked effectively under pressure. To answer this question, there is a situation where in the school that we were expecting the supervision from the district level, where the people came to see if the school environment is well organized and there is hygiene that promotes learning. The action that I took in that situation is that I made sure that all the cleaners in the school are there and they are doing all their tasks, so that to make sure that the school is well cleaned, so that in the end we can get the high score, the excellent score. So the result of that in that situation is that we scored good marks, and the supervisors said that our school is well maintained and the hygiene is there because of the action that we have taken. The sixth question that a person might be asked in the interview asks, give an example of when you showed initiative. For me, there was different situation under which I was taking initiative, but specifically in this video, I remember when we had a meeting. It was in our community, and when I reached in the meeting room, I found that the room is not well set. So I took the task of setting the room and making sure that everything in the room is arranged so that the room could start on the time. The action for me in that situation, I took the chairs and the tables and everything that was not in its right place, and I placed it in where meeting can be running smoothly without any hindrances. In that situation, the result was that the meeting was started on the right time as it was expected. When I could not have arranged the chairs on the, I could not have set the room. It means that people could first take the time to set the room, and that time could be the one that meeting could be started on. Hence, as I have done it, the result is that the meeting started on the right time. Lastly, there is a question that a person can also be asked in the interview when you are done with answering all the questions that they have asked before. Most of the times, interviews are asked the other information that they might be willing to share with the interviewers. For me, there are a lot of stories that I can share, but the specific one is that as I am hired, or when I am an employee in the working environment, I enjoy myself when working in a safe environment. When there is a minimum supervision, that means that no people or no supervisors who are there to always guide me or put pressure on me. So I am a person who always knows what to do, and I enjoy working in an environment where I plan for myself and I do everything for my own without needing a lot of people to give me guidelines or supervising me. Because when I work in an environment with high pressure, I sometimes do bad things which are unrelated to what I could do. Thank you very much. Those are some of the questions that a person might be asking in the interview. I was answering. Thank you very much for being attentive.